Resign or release. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at players who are off contract coming up for Central Coast Mariners and discuss whether maybe those players should look to move on or whether Mariners should be securing those players for the upcoming seasons. And would love to hear from you guys as well. Jump in the comment section, join the conversation. So this information is coming from transfermarket.com in regards to the contracts of these players. First of all, let's have a look at the players who are currently contracted going forward, starting off with the players who have the longest contracts. We've got a number of players here contracted till the end of the 2026-27 season. Those players include Hayne Eames, Ajanovic, DeLima, Parage, Cullen, Steele, Docker, Moragas, and Trent Sainsbury secured for the next couple seasons. So you've got some fantastic players there who are set to stick around for the next couple of years. Looking at the players who are contracted for at least the next year, Logan Sandbrook is there, as well as Faisal, DePizio, Harrington, Tapp, Kowal, Pavlicic. We've got Edmondson, who's sticking around for another season, as well as Vitor Feijão, Storm Rue, Brandtman, as well, sticking around for next season already. But let's jump into the players whose contracts are expiring. And the first one we will discuss is Brian Kaltak, because seemingly it looks like Brian Kaltak will be departing Central Coast Mariners. He's obviously been incredible for the Mariners over the last few years, an integral part of our championship winning seasons. There's been some talk online that he could be heading overseas, and he deserves it, man. He deserves it. He's 31 years of age, and it'll be exciting. I'm really excited to see where Kaltak ends up, but it looks like he will be moving on from the Mariners. And next up, we've got Alfie McCalmont, the 25-year-old midfielder who arrived last season. Missed a small chunk of the season due to injury, and McCalmont, though, when he was fit, was a key player for the Mariners. Started plenty of games this season, whether it was alongside Harry Steele or Hayne Eames in midfield. I think he showed really good glimpses throughout this season, Alfie McCalmont. Obviously, a lot of our players underperformed this season, but I think he showed a really good passing range. His passing ability was very good. His vision was great, but there was a couple times where I thought just the midfield in general got a little bit overrunning games. Look, if he was offered another contract, I wouldn't mind it. I think he still has more to offer, but whether his future is at the Mariners, I'm not sure. I think I probably would release him, maybe look to bring him a different option there. I think Alfie McCalmont, just for his career, he might benefit going somewhere else. Again, he showed really good glimpses this season, but he might look to move on. Next up is Christian Theoharous, and this is an interesting one. He was obviously a key player for the Mariners last season in that treble-winning campaign, playing off the wing. This season, he showed really good glimpses, but just struggled for consistency, I think. And we know what Christian Theoharous is capable of. He scored a fantastic goal against Perth Glory this season, but that's the thing that I think he's just lacking at the moment, is those goals and assists. He is capable of doing it. We've seen some really exciting moments from Christian Theoharous, and I think he is probably a fan favourite at Central Coast Mariners. 25 years of age now. I think he's still got plenty to offer, but I think it probably is time to part ways with Christian Theoharous. We've got some really exciting wingers coming through. We're seeing Bailey Brandtman and Arthur DeLima, and of course Mariners, as we know, really look to prioritise those younger options. So we might look to one of those guys to come through to fill that winger role. So Christian Theoharous, if he does depart, we wish him all the best. Next up, Noah Smith, the left back who had very, very limited minutes this season and the season prior as well. And I really feel for Noah Smith because, look, he spent 2 stints now at Central Coast Mariners, but for the past season now, he's really hasn't got much of a look in. I remember he started a game against MacArthur in December of this season, and he was really good in that game. I'm just surprised that he wasn't given more of an opportunity. He was named on the bench a couple times here and there, even in the Asian Champions League Elite, but for whatever reason, didn't really get much of a look in. Even when Lucas Moragas was out with injury, and Noah Smith being that sort of like-for-like left-back replacement there that we had available, he didn't come in to the lineup. So, I mean, who knows what's going on there in regards to the Noah Smith situation, but unfortunately, I can't see him sticking around. It looks like that he will be released by the club, just considering the fact that he's barely gotten a look in. Look, I would love to see him stick around. Look, he's 24 years of age. I think he's still got a lot to offer. When he has featured, he has looked very, very good. So I would keep him around, but I wouldn't be surprised if he is released in the end. And it's a bit of a similar situation with Will Wilson. Again, a player who I think has shown really exciting moments when he has featured. And there was a period in this season, I think it was New Year's Eve and the Brisbane Roar game away the week after that, around the New Year period, But Will Wilson did feature in the side. I think he started away to Brisbane, right? And he looked really, really good. Again, a young player, an exciting player, a versatile player as well, whether he plays in midfield, out wide. 23 years of age. I'm still a bit perplexed as to why Wilson wasn't given more of an opportunity, and we don't know if there's more to the story. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's released as well, just because he's just gotten basically no opportunity in the first team, not just this season, but the season before as well. I really feel for Will Wilson. When his move was announced a couple of years ago to Mariners, I was really excited. He was at Melbourne Victory, but they chose to let him go when he wasn't getting the game time there, and I thought he would really be a breakout player at Mariners. So it's disappointing to see that he hasn't been given the game time, and I'd expect him to be released, I think, in the end here, Will Wilson. Jack Warshawsky's contract is set to expire at the end of this season as well. Again, limited game time for Jack Warshawsky. He's been at the club for the last couple of years, just 20 years of age. I think he's still got a lot to offer. We obviously haven't seen too much of him in the first team. He did make a brief appearance in the Asian Champions League Elite early on in this season and made a couple of decent saves from memory in that game as well. But with Warshawsky, I think he might be released. You look at Pavlicic, he's contracted for the next few years. Parage Cullen looks like he's the first choice going forward for the Mariners. It looks like Warshawsky could well be a third choice keeper for the Mariners, and I don't think he'll be happy about that, so we may well see Warshawsky released. Next up, Sasha Kusevski came through the Mariners Academy, now involved in the first team and has suffered some bad injuries over the last couple of years, but had a bit of a breakout season this year. Was a bit in and out of the team though, struggled for consistency in regards to just getting game time, but made some really good appearances for the Mariners first team here, and I would like to see him stick around. He's 24 years of age. But I think to provide competition for Stormer in that right back position, Kusevski is a really good option, a younger option, and again provides a little bit of versatility because he can play a bit further up in a right wing position as well. So I would keep Kusevski around for another season at least. 21-year-old centre back Nathan Paull, his contract is set to expire, and this is one that I'm certainly would be looking to move on. Nathan Paull for me has been, I think this past season was probably one of Mariners' better players this season. He's steadily been improving over the last couple of years, struggling for game time at times, maybe more so last season. But I think moving forward, especially with the imminent departure of Brian Kaltak, I think Nathan Paull will well and truly be one of the Mariners' starting centre-backs next season, and that centre-back combination could be Trent Sainsbury and Nathan Paull, especially if Mark Jackson is looking to continue with playing three centre-backs. I think we'll certainly be looking to secure Nathan Paull. And considering his age, 21 years of age, he could be, attracting some interest from overseas clubs. If I was Mariners, I'd look to, tie him down to a long-term contract. Another 21-year-old with their contract expiring, Nico Duarte, the striker, who scored his first senior goal for the Mariners this past season. Would love to see him get more of an opportunity at Mariners in years to come, so I would re-sign Nico Duarte. Again, maybe not ready to make that breakthrough as a starting striker. You've got Ali Kowal there, Ryan Edmondson there, and I'm sure Mariners will look to bring in maybe another option in that striker department as well, considering that we really struggled for goals last season. But Nico Duarte, I think one for the future, I would re-sign him. And lastly, Bailey Brandtman, just 19 years of age, has made a few appearances here and there over the last couple of years. I expect him to be re-signed. I think he's shown some really good moments in his brief appearances that we have seen from him. Grabbed a couple of goals this season as well. And again, I think one of these guys who for the future. I think we're yet to see Bailey Brandtman really feature in his best position. We have seen him feature in one of those centre forward roles, out wide on the left. He's obviously got a fantastic left boot, but 19 years of age. Again, one of these players who has a lot of potential, so I would secure Bailey Brandtman for sure. Drop your thoughts in the comment section regarding these players. Would you keep them around for another season or two? Let us know. Thanks very much for tuning in. My name's Lockie, and I'll see you in the next one.